Sumter Today is presented by USC Sumter, Sumter Tourism, and Prisma Health.
When people ask what the Sounds of Grace is, it's very simple to explain. It's just a nonprofit organization, and the mission is to provide peace and healing by providing music in healthcare and hospice facilities and in special needs classrooms. So the Sounds of Grace began in 2012, and it started out just simply my going up to the hospital in hopes of filling my time with a way of volunteering and giving back to the community. I took the harp up to the hospital, and the very first patient that they sent me into, her family allows me to tell her name. It's Peggy Timmons. And when I first pushed the harp into Peggy's room, I quickly learned that I needed to introduce myself first before I push a large harp into a room, because when the harp went in, I heard this, I didn't expect to see you just yet. And so I quickly learned that she had been told she only had a couple of weeks left to live, and here comes this large harp into the room, and I had to quickly let her know I was not an angel, just a sinner who played the harp. Gosh, 10 years since that first visit, and I quickly learned what the harp could do for patients in times where modern medicine was no longer able to offer anything. And it provided a peace and a healing that just spoken words could not. And just telling that story to many people gave me the confidence and the encouragement to continue to do it and to seek about ways to be able to find support so that I could do this. We started off with small benefit concerts for the Sounds of Grace once it became an established 501c3. And it was something silly. We called it like Friends with Harps and Other Friends Too. And it was just musicians that were local. It was kind of a classical take on things with our performances, mostly strings. And then I just began to have conversation with more musician friends who could not maybe give of their time to go bedside or play in the special needs classrooms, but they wanted to be able to do something. The name Homegrown just kind of evolved because all of the musicians that were a part of it are homegrown. If they weren't born here, they call Sumter home. And so I think we have officially had Homegrown for about 6, almost 7 years now. And there used to be 2 concerts a year, and here we are with our very first Homegrown Christmas.
Over the years, what I've come to find out, not just for the patients, when people come into the hospital, there's anxiety. No matter if you're just coming for a test or you coming to be hospitalized, or in our case on oncology, sometimes this is the last place that you're here and your family is here. So it's always been like a more holistic type setting for us. You bring a specialty to us because it's not just the patients who may be about to transition, but it's the patients that are here. And not just the patients, it's the staff. Music has always been a healing source for all of us. And with the stress levels prior to COVID and after the pandemic, it is always, when I see her, I'm always happy to see her because I get that feeling of calmness and joy and inner peace. What you bring is a medicine that we can't provide. And that's a wonderful